We needed that last drive. They did, their defense played outstanding all day. They had a good plan for us to slow us down, and Odell had a couple opportunities early we missed on, but we had, we didn't drive the ball very well today. Had a couple big plays and kind of big play. That's what we needed. We tried a couple opportunities, didn't get some, but on that, game got within 7. They had a little momentum going, and hit a couple big plays. Hit Odell down the middle, then hit the reverse for a nice play, then get the touchdown right there. So big time to step up in that moment and get the touchdown and kind of put the game out of reach.
How much were you focusing on getting Odell involved right from the start? You targeted him, I think, 6 times in the first quarter.
Always have kind of plays to try to get him the ball where may go his way. So just a lot of it depends on the coverage, on what's going on. But he's a playmaker, and good things happen when the ball ends up in his hands. Example on the punt return, have him back there, and good things tend to happen. So we got to find ways to keep him in the game, and teams are obviously game plan to try to slow him down and prevent catches. And so we got to take advantage and be creative and try to find ways for him to get the ball.
What was the issue with not being able to connect with him early? It seemed like a few times you guys.
Yeah, just bad throw on a go route down the middle. Kind of had another one that was down the sideline. Another one down the middle. He was just a little quicker than I thought. He'd be able to get into that route. So kind of had a little double move, and he won so quickly. I just wasn't quite ready. So. Besides that, eventually, got him the ball a few times and able to make some plays.
You showed some frustration early in the fourth quarter after one of those drives didn't work out on the sideline. I'm curious how tough it was for you today, kind of navigating everything but still pulling it out when it mattered there.
Yeah, it was just tough. It was tough to move the ball consistently. So, they had a they had a good plan for us. They didn't kind of showed a lot of the same looks, and it was just tough to make some plays. Had some opportunities, had some looks to make some. We had to come up with them. So it was one of those days where they're kind of giving us some shots down the field, and you got to hit. We hit a couple of them, but we got to be able to hit more of those and. Be able to find completions, be able to run the ball consistently, move the ball a little better than we did today.
People talk about all the different receiving options you guys have. To have a guy like Harris to throw that fade to him, is that just another? Well, what did you think of a guy like that making that play?
Yeah, Dwayne, he's come in and made plays for us, a lot of plays last year, but kind of bring him in for special situations. Really brought him in for the play before. Had a little bootleg, trying to sell run when he gets in there, so he stayed in and had a good job by him knowing the play, knowing what to do, and kind of based on the coverage, that was my first read and went to it. He did a good job making the play.
What's this feeling? You guys have won 6 in a row, but the offense still hasn't clicked.
Well, we just got to, it's just about finding ways, and we're kind of we're striking, we're hitting some big plays. We're just not dinking and dunking and having the long drives like like you want to sometimes. So hey, we got to keep taking shots, and teams are going to give us certain things. They're playing certain things to try to take away Odell, take away some of our passing game. We just got to stay with it and keep making some of those big plays.